SF, Society First. The model that we strive to push and to integrate into society is no longer will life mean death. So our whole mission and vision is to abolish life sentences essentially by bringing in an incentivized version of parole. Because as it stands right now, the prison system has no hope. There is no redemption. There is no opportunity for people to earn their gain time. There's no incentive for men and women that's incarcerated to live right, though. You know what I'm saying?
Have a chance to live right.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Florida leads in the nation in life without parole.
What it is, my lifers. Welcome to another episode of the Lyfe After Podcast. This your boy Flo.
My name is Derrick.
Nicole.
And y'all know we keeping the ether realistic. Let's go.
You are tuning in to the Lyfe After Podcast.
Lyfe After Podcast. Remember, Lyfe After.
The Lyfe After Podcast.
The Lyfe After Podcast, baby.
Woo! Don't you miss a
Welcome back, guys. I am so excited. We got two special guests today. Oh man, I don't even know how to act right now. I don't know how to act. What's up? How y'all feeling, man? Welcome to the Lyfe After Podcast.
Yeah, appreciate you having us, though.
Definitely. How you feeling today?
After a long day of work, I'm grateful, though, out here.
Definitely. Nicole, how you feeling?
I'm good. Good. Pregnant. I'm good.
Oh man. Okay, so we all feeling good then. We can agree on that. All right, cool.
Most definitely.
So I'm feeling good myself. Thank you for asking. I'm grateful to have y'all here, man. If y'all didn't know, we've been trying to set this up, 4 times now?
4 or 5 times now, dog.
Yeah, so the 4th time is the charmer because this thing is all working out. It took a while, but hey, we got it going right now, man, because I really need to pick y'all brains apart. All right?
Let's do it, man.
All right, so cool. Get ready for this surgery. Nah, man, but so tell the people about yourself, man. First and foremost.
I go first. You want to go first? All right. Well, my name is Derrick. You know me pretty well. We met each other in prison a few years back. Ultimately, when I first came into the system, I came in with a life sentence in 2009. You know what I'm saying? It took about a couple years. I was amongst the fortunate to get relief from my post-conviction pursuits. And ultimately, I was given the blessing of coming back to county for another trial, dog. And, like I said, I was amongst the fortunate. I could have been forced to go back to trial. I could have re-experienced the whole life. But God showed favor, and He allowed my circumstances to be able to cop out, and I did my time. Now I'm out here living my best life, dog. I met my beautiful wife in prison, and we materializing things out here, dog.
Well, welcome to the free world. How long you been out now?
Not even a year, dog. September of last year, dog.
What?
No.
Time is going by so fast, but slow at the same time. I thought you've been out more than a year now.
It feels like a year. It feels more than a year, dog. But it's definitely been about 10 months now. 11 months.
11 months and a couple days.
And you're pregnant now. How much months are you?
5.
Man, you got out. You ain't waste no time.
Yeah. Got that prison juice, dog.
Oh man. Hey, listen. I feel you though, definitely, man. And you know what's crazy? I know. Us being up the road, we know how long people be sitting in there even trying to get the opportunity to go back to court, to even get a chance to, even if they lose, but even get a chance to be in the court.
You don't even know how real that is, dog. Literally last night. So this is what happened yesterday, right? This is what happened yesterday. I came across one of my prison connects that I did time with at Everglades, right? Mm-hmm. He's working for a porta potty company. He delivered one of the porta potties at one of the construction sites I'm managing, and we caught up with each other. We were like, dang, because we worked with each other in food service, right? Mm-hmm. And then we kind of saw each other. We were like, "Damn, bro, what's up?" Now we started connecting with one another. And the reason I connected with bruh is because another one of my prison connects sent me to him before I got to this institution, right? So that he could get me going, basically. You know what I'm saying? And later on that night, after I reconnected with Buddy, William Miller, the old school that sent me to Reese, his name was Reese, he contacted me while we were in the car. You know how much time he did in prison though?
How much?
43 years though. And he's still in there though. He's still fighting to get out. And it was just an eye opener when he called me and he reminded me of how long he's done. And
But that goes to show like the how blessed you was.
Telling you though, because I could have still been in there with him, still fighting. You know what I'm saying?
And you were in there with him when you were sentenced to life still.
Yeah. I had a life sentence when I first met him back in the days. I don't even remember when I met him, but now I'm out here and he's still back there, still fighting.
But it's crazy because I met you up the road, and I met the new you.
Right.
I didn't get the chance to meet the old you, so I couldn't even fathom you even going to prison.
Right.
Off of that new person.
Right.
You know, that refined mind that you have now.
Yeah.
Like, what was you like before you went to prison?
Hopeless, without purpose, without vision. You know what I'm saying? Like the majority of human beings start off,
So young.
Yeah. I fell when I was 19, though. You know what I'm saying? So when I came into the system, you know, I was still addicted to substances. I was still addicted to seeking acceptance from people I had no business being involved with. You know what I'm saying? And everything else that comes with that lifestyle, dog.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's good, man. It's good to see you really transform.
Yeah.
Because even now, what you're doing, matter of fact, tell the people what you're doing right now, even for your past, the prison system. What's some things you're doing? How you active in that community?
So yeah, man, me and my baby, we serving with this nonprofit was established out in Tampa, Florida. The majority of the members are in Tampa, Florida. It's SF, Society First. The motto that we strive to push and to integrate into society is no longer will life mean death. So our whole mission and vision is to abolish life sentences essentially by bringing in an incentivized version of parole. Because as it stands right now, the prison system has no hope. There is no redemption. There is no opportunity for people to earn their gain time. There's no incentive for men and women that's incarcerated to live right, though. You know what I'm saying?
Have a chance to live right.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Florida leads in the nation in life without parole.
Right.
Man.
In the nation, one state.
Yep.
And is this the only state that does that?
No. There's the majority of states in the United States have some type of indefinite sentence, right? But it's all based on the old slave institution. You know what I'm saying? What a lot of people don't realize in the state of Florida, when slavery was abolished from Abraham Lincoln,
They just passed it over to the prison system.
All they did was they switched masks. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yeah, that's all they did. You know, and it's not necessarily about color these days. It's all economical.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's always been economical. It was just, you know,
because it was profitable regardless for,
and it still remains profitable.
Even more nowadays.
That's why prison in the political arena is a necessity. You know what I'm saying?
Man, and you know it's crazy coming from somebody who was in there. Myself, we was at the same camp. It's good to see you out here, my brother. I ain't gonna lie. I'm acting like I just seen you, but man, it's really things like this right here, conversations like this remind me how much I value you.
Yeah.
To be out here and be side by side with you, actually excelling, grinding, and being that new person that we are.
Bro, the feelings are mutual. You could be out there in the streets doing not this. You know what I'm saying? So you're doing positive things, and my feelings are mutual for you, though.
Yeah, man. So being in there and knowing, I know for a fact that there's even the programs that's in there to help you is mediocre.
Yeah.
It might as well. It's like corruption within corruption, disguised as helping you.
Right. Because they, Department of Corrections, the people that's over it, they have to make it seem as if they're trying. You know what I'm saying? But really, like, why would the people that's involved at the very top want to reduce recidivism? It goes against their incentive, which is finances. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they were to deplete 50% of the inmate population,
then they're not benefiting.
Exactly. What do you think would do? What do you think they would do with their programs that's funding them or that they're receiving kickbacks from?
Right.
Right. So,
and all these programs are just a front, to be honest, just to look good, but they're not really doing.
Prime example.
I mean, I don't want to say they're not doing good because some people.
No, she's right. Like, prime example was the Compass 100 class, which is mandatory for every inmate to take if they are active in their reentry. You know what I'm saying? This Compass 100 class, they give us a booklet that's about an inch thick that has a whole bunch of good information in it, but there is no active facilitation on the part of outside society.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they gave me this book, they told me to fill it out, I submitted it, and that was my reentry. That was my rehabilitation.
Without
And then
any
it's
real
funny.
rehabilitation in it.
Yeah, because I remember that test, and they waited all the way till my last 3 months.
That's it, dude.
To try to,
And they speed it.
absolutely.
You got to finish it, otherwise you can't go home. Basically, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a joke, man.
Yeah.
So what are some things Society First is doing to try to change? What is the mission of Society First?
To bring to not only reform the prison industrial complex, but also to make a better society in general, because we believe that the way that we treat the lowest of our citizens is ultimately going to affect the very top.
Society, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if we continuously treat our lowest citizens that's incarcerated and treat them as if they are not redeemable, they are going to return to society, more than likely repeat negative past behaviors, and they're going to victimize society. It's a continual...
It's the hamster wheel.
It's a destructive cycle that is going to continue to repeat itself if there's no change, man.
Bro,
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
crazy because this just hit me. It's almost as if you're going there and you just did time. You did no type of learning. You didn't upgrade. Because if I punish somebody, my intent is so they can learn from what they did. And I will set up some type of, whether it's in their brain or whether it's set up things physically around them to help them rehabilitate. But in prison, it's not like that.
No.
And so these people that go there, they go there in these conditions that's already twisted. Right? And it's almost as if they go there and get worse. Because if I go, it reminds me of when I went to prison. I could have came out the worst. Right. I could have joined a gang. I could have turned the snitch and got killed. Right. I could have did anything other, because it's so intensified.
Right.
That atmosphere is you're more prone to do something like that before you do something that's actually best for yourself. So my question to you is like, what were you doing to stay strong and to like keep yourself focused? Because we know how easy it is to like slip. Because you said you went in there addict, and it's when you went there, you still had access to drugs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So what were you doing when you did change and became this new man? What were some things you did to even start your change?
It's all about finding opportunities and maximizing that opportunity. Like, even with the mediocre programs in there, I've always sought ways to find nuggets. You know what I'm saying? Like, even it's all about your perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like if I go into this program with the negative perspective off rip, with the idea that it's not going to do me any good, then I'm going to I'll exit that program
absolutely
with nothing gained, right? So even if you go into a mediocre program and you find something that you could apply to your life that will make you into a better version of yourself, that's the goal, right? And that's what I did because I got sick and tired of myself, dude. You know what I'm saying? I got sick and tired of just being addicted to drugs. I got sick and tired of just treating people the way I was. I got sick and tired of just chasing the wind, dude. You know what I'm saying? So it ultimately forced me to look to a power higher than myself, and that's when I began to transform. Because once I started realizing that it's not about myself, then it kind of gave me like a spiritual internal power to evolve. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
That's good. That's good because in there, bro, if you do not have self-control, if you do not have power over yourself, you can get tugged and pulled in any direction.
Right.
You know, so it's good that, and it's funny because even at the same time, while you're controlling yourself and doing all that, you still got to be strong.
Yeah.
Because if you're not strong, they prey on the weak.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which it's sad as hell because even sometimes the guards be in on this.
That's life, dog. If you look at animals, the strong is going to prey on the weak, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way of life, dog. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, you got a role to play, dog. You know what I'm saying? And you need to find out what your role is. And you need to play your part, but you also need to kind of like find your balance, man. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
And as long as you could find that balance, which I did gratefully, I skated through prison with no problems, man.
So, being that you went to prison and you came out 2.0,
yeah,
you're Derrick 2.0 now.
Yeah, I like that.
You're the upgraded version, right?
Right.
Do you give credit to the system at all for that?
I give credit to God, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Love that.
Yeah. The system didn't really do anything to me. It was my internal desire to be a better person. You know what I'm saying? And that came from God.
Absolutely.
Feel me? Can the system evolve and reform to where it becomes a more positive, productive environment for people that don't reach that state of mind like I did? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And that's what we need to do as a society. The greatest society on planet Earth, America. Come on now. Why are we incarcerating more citizens than any other country
Put together?
Why are we not focusing on their evolution? Why are we not focusing on their education? Why are we not making sure that they straight when they come home? Like these are
and why not
valid
make
questions.
sure that the system is just? Because that's the big problem here. I remember at points when the system, when the prisons was backed up.
Yeah.
Like I understand the county jails being backed up because that's pre-trial phase. So people are just coming in. But the prison, you remember that?
Yeah, it's
when they
like
had
that.
to do the mandatory moves, the emergency moves, because it was so, and in there you have to be classified, so you can't be around certain people that's on different classification levels than you. So if he's max custody, so yeah, I remember that time, bro. I remember that time when the prisons itself was flooded. And that, to me, that blew my mind.
Yeah.
Blew my mind.
That's how it was when I left, dog. Like the Coast Guards had to actually not only was it overflowing with inmates, but another major issue was that there wasn't enough security to manage the inmates. You know what I'm saying? And so what they did was that the Governor DeSantis ultimately recruited some of his Coast Guards to come through and to take the place of the prison officers. You know what I'm saying? That in itself creates issues. Feel me? Like, bro, how are you gonna bring in a certain class of officer to manage another human being that they're not even specifically trained to manage?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what that remind me of? So before I left prison, they started hiring 18-year-olds.
Yeah. They're still, bro.
If that's not desperate, yo, listen, you imagine you a grown man in prison doing your time, got your own problems. I'm dealing with a young youth that has no experience in life, no experience on how to deal with a prisoner at that. Not even how to deal with a prisoner, because they box us in. They call us convicted felons. So we gonna call it what we is. All right, we convicts. All right, but you got this young whippersnapper, this young buck,
thinking he's better than us.
Come on, man. And they setting people up for failure, man, because all these old heads, they getting up out of that game. Why? Because they know it's corrupted, and they're wisening up. These old heads, they're wisening up, and they're starting to build morals.
Right.
You know, as you start getting older, like you said, I started realizing it's not about me.
Exactly.
So they're getting up out of that prison because it's corrupted, man. You remember back in the days, they used to kill people before they had the phones and all these cameras and all that stuff floating around the prison. Before everybody knew what was going on in the prison, these guards used to kill people and make it seem as if they commit suicide or something like that. It's a sad story, man. It's sad. And this is why the awareness, that's why I appreciate what Society First is doing. Society First is out there. If y'all don't know who Society First is, y'all go check them out. I got a commercial for them. I'm sponsored by them. But listen, I'm telling you, I'm part of the movement too.
Straight up.
For real. Bringing awareness to the world about what's truly going on out here. Not only in prison. Let's not act like the world is just not corrupted overall right now. Yes, there's some good things going on, but how many people are actually active in the good things? I mean, active trying to change the bad things. There's a lot of things going on out here. Yeah. The homes are messed up. Yeah. You got DCF and Child Protective Service infiltrating the homes.
The homeless on every corner.
The homeless on every corner. The prison system, the justice system is unjust. Come on, all these people are unbelievers. These people believing in themselves now. Everybody trying to get money. Everything's about money now. You can't trust nothing. You can't trust nobody. Right. So there's other problems that need to be resolved. But Society First is actually up. They up in them capitals. They marching and they trying to speak. I know some of y'all got family members, and I know some of y'all that's listening right now been to prison yourself. If you a wife and you got a husband in prison, you should be concerned. If you a husband and got a wife in prison, you should be concerned. If you a mother or father and you got kids in prison, you should be concerned. If you are a taxpayer in America, you should be concerned.
Straight up.
So that covers everybody. Cause we all in this together. Ain't nobody gonna get nowhere until we start getting together and start seeing what it is. When people gonna grow up and grow out of the material stuff. Cause I feel like everybody's fascinated by that right now. Woo! All right, I had to catch my second win, cause man, listen. So Nicole, I have to ask you this because you're a strong woman for this. You met Derrick before he got released, and you met him while he was still in prison. You didn't know him before.
I knew of him.
You knew of him.
Yeah, we had a lot of mutual friends.
And how much strength did it really take to meet someone, become connected with them, and they're not there?
It was different. It was very different. Something I really wasn't expecting. Honestly, sorry.
Say it.
No, it's just I wasn't really expecting to fall for somebody incarcerated. I wasn't expecting to spend a year and a couple months with somebody. And I fell for him, and I mean, I was already on my own my own journey of self growth. So I just, it was like a long distance relationship, minus the lockdowns, the visitations, the not being able to talk to him whenever I wanted to, But it made us stronger, a lot stronger. And that's what I always told myself, that it was worth it, that it would be worth it. And like to this day, while he's out here on the streets now, I'll catch myself looking at him like, we did it. We made it. All those nights not know. Just, you know what I mean? All those
Of course.
long days, long nights, long year, like a full year in a couple months. I drive to Avon Park twice a month, 3 hours.
And you know the scary, like, have you ever went through the situation where you got to the visitation and the prison was on lockdown?
Oh no, thank God, no.
Oh man,
Ooh.
you're a lucky one because
Ooh,
it's
jeez.
devastating. You got people that's coming from out of state, people that's coming from upstate or downstate, to go upstate or go downstate.
Yeah, that would.
Just to be told,
They can't go in.
yeah, the prison's on lockdown, no visitation today. Stone face, cold.
Yeah, they do not care.
And they're trained like robots. These guards,
Yep.
they're trained like robots.
If you're wearing the wrong outfit, they send you right back. I'd have to bring like 3 different pairs of clothes just in case they tell me that's too tight or that's this or no. Just to have backup in the car. What?
So did you have any, like, I would say second thoughts about if he would get out and do the same thing or go back?
No, because the Derrick that I met in there was so set on, and that's what really drew me to him. He said he was thankful for the time he served, and I was like, what? You just served 14 years and you're thankful? But the way he spoke of himself and what he learned and how he grew and what he went through was just, I couldn't help but just admire his strength inside to, you know?
Absolutely.
So, no, I never once doubted that he would. I mean, it's crazy. Like on the streets now, whenever he's driving or I know something, if I ever worry about him getting in contact with the police, I think when they run his record or his driver's license, what they're going to see. Because I don't ever see, like, I forget that even is a part of him, you know? Mm-hmm. He's not what his crime is to me. He's not that. Mm-hmm. But that's what everyone sees him as. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, and it scares me though to know that that's, like, this is my husband, the father of my baby, and if anything, you know what I'm saying? Just being in the wrong place, wrong time, different people. He looks like, seems like a bad person, but to me, he's not any of that. Just because of what he was charged with. He didn't do that crime. Like, he didn't commit y'all know what I'm saying.
Well, I hope you didn't commit the crime because I got you back.
Well,
Even
he was
if you did.
involved in a crime. He didn't, yeah.
But that's the past.
Well, see, I mean, if you want to talk about another thing in regards to my case, the principal theory. So I was charged with murder, even though I didn't commit the murder. So in the state of Florida, they got the principal theory where, like, if you and I go and cop some drugs to go have a good time or whatever, and the drug dealer gets out of hand and I kill him, or if the drug dealer kills me, you're gonna go to prison for murder, though. You know what I'm saying? Even though you were just down for the lick, just to go buy whatever. Sometimes let's just say weed, dog, because weed is still an illegal substance in the state of Florida, dog.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
Or like y'all go cop some weed and you guys you steal it, you drive away, he crashes the car and you die. He's getting charged with your murder.
Yeah. So listen, though, like, that's what happened in my situation, though. You know what I'm saying? Even though I went to prison for murder, I didn't commit no murder, but the collateral consequences in my circumstances is deeming me as a murderer for the rest of my life, though. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, if you want to talk about the ethics or the morals behind that, then we could, we could talk about that now, or that'll be a topic of discussion for another time. But
talk about it. I want to hear it.
I mean, I don't think it's fair, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I read case law in regards to why politicians agreed that that's a valid theory to base their laws off of, dog. But it's not. It's just. It's not. I'm not gonna.
It should be everything should be case by case based.
Absolutely, dog.
You can't sit here and look at a man who crashed his car into somebody on accident and give him life. And this man is a hardworking man. He has a family.
Right. Everybody's got a story, though. Everybody's
Yeah.
got a story, man. And see that, and that's what messes me up, dog. Like if the prosecutors were to get more involved in the why instead of the what happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think we would get more clarity. I think we would receive more healing in society rather than, and I think we would become more restored. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I think it is, fam? The training that they receive.
Absolutely.
Because they are taught to get a conviction.
Absolutely. Dog.
That's how you are considered professional at your job.
Right.
For the prosecutors.
Right.
So they will know you're not guilty, and they will scour the whole earth.
Right.
Even if it's irrelevant, they'll try to find anything to destroy your character.
The
Or to
majority
get you to
of
say
them.
something that can make you look guilty.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the majority of them would do that because their career is on the line, dog. They don't view
A life.
the case, from as if they're putting a human away. They're just looking at it as a number. And honestly, man, like,
Bro, you know
that
what
needs to
sucks
change,
about
bro.
it? It's this right here. When you get out of prison, they say you can't practice law.
Yeah, but yeah, you guys learn so much.
But-
in there.
I'm more likely to get in trouble from you guys by just my past.
right.
I'm more likely to get. So why can't I study law? And then they have all these restrictions for convicted felons to where they're not even considered an American citizen.
Right.
An immigrant is more of a citizen than a convicted felon is.
Right.
Thank God we in this country of opportunity where there is no limitation, so we can build our business. We can still do things
Right.
to stay above. But when you got the job won't hire you, or if it is, it's a mediocre job. The job ain't gonna hire you because they're looking at your record. The cops gonna pull you over because they seen your record. If you make a mistake, maybe not paying a parking ticket, they look at your record and send you back. It's so much things. I can't even be around somebody who is smoking weed. What the heck does that do? What that got to do with me? They got a license for it. They have a license,
Yeah, they're
medical
legally allowed
license.
to do this.
And
yet-
I'm in the bro. Listen, I've seen it all. I've seen people went back on a parking ticket, and it's like, damn, this thing is unfair.
They set you up for failure.
Exactly. But what else do you expect? What else are they expecting? So it's part of the system. It's the system, but the system is corrupted. In my opinion, DOC is corrupted. DOJ is corrupted. All this stuff is corrupted. But it's not too late to make something happen.
Right.
That's the thing. A lot of people is giving up, and a lot of people is just not concerned at all.
That's the issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the systems are already in place because they've went through centuries of establishing their system, right? So it's almost indestructible as it stands right now. But like, when you are encountering a force, you kind of want to meet that force with an equivalent amount of force,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So whenever you have like 100 to 1, it's not gonna work. So the more people that become aware, the more people that get involved in reform, or at least develop a sense of empathy for the situation, you know what I'm saying? Then that's when like reform becomes more possible, because as it stands right now, the systems are gonna stay in place if nothing's changed, though.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a sad reality, though. But that's what we do, man. That's why we're here. SF. No longer will life mean death. Society-first.com. Look at the website. Get involved. Stay tuned with what you said at the beginning of this. Anyway, stay tuned. Yeah, this was up.
So you closing out, but we ain't done.
No, we ain't done. I'm just.
I thought you was closing out.
I figured I'd pitch that in there again.
Nah, because I definitely want to talk about, because now this is my experience. And I remember the Derrick that I met. And even when you came back to Avon Park.
Right.
And I went to work release. I was doing so good. I went to work release. Messed up my work release. Came back. Got so stressed out, I started doing drugs.
Damn,
That was the most unexpected thing from anybody at Avon Park, because everybody knew me as that guy,
Right,
that assertive guy that's on his way to go do things, go get things done. Like, I'm either in school, I'm either in the library, I'm either at the chapel, I'm doing things to better myself, just like how you was talking, taking advantage of all opportunities to better yourself.
Right.
Even if you think it's mediocre, and even if you think nothing's gonna come out of it, that was me. So to see me, you remember when I came up to you?
I believe so.
How you believe so? You don't remember that?
It's been a few years though.
No, it has not been a few years. It's been about a year.
Nah, it's been
Yeah.
about a year since I've been out though. So it's been
About a little bit over a year.
about 2-3 years now.
Yeah, because I remember I came up to you, bro, and I'm like, damn, bro, I'm trying to shake these drugs, bro. I'm trying to get off these drugs.
No, I
and you
remember,
tapped me
yeah.
on my shoulder, and you said, bro, I know you got this.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
But anyways, that type of stuff, there's people in there at risk right now.
Yeah.
At risk right now. Some people that don't even deserve to be in there.
Right.
So it's beautiful to see that you, Nicole, Society First, people like myself, and the whole team is trying to make some change. Even this podcast right here, yes, I'm willing to put this type of content out, as undesirable as it may be, as uncomfortable as it may be for some of y'all that is part of the system. No, we want to hear y'all's story too, because if you're gonna be part of it, be ready to fight for it. All right, so I want to hear what you guys have to say, because maybe there's some misunderstanding that has to be cleared up from on my end. I want to know what is truly going on, and why is this thing still going with so much? It's like it has this strong foundation, as if nobody inside or outside of this foundation is trying to tear it down. And it's not even to tear it down, because I feel like a system needs to be in place, because.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Yeah, we can't. Listen,
I feel like child molesters
so,
and people who do certain type of crimes, that's unexactable.
Listen, man. Prison law and order is a necessity.
Exactly.
Dog. You know what I'm saying? Like it's as simple as this, man. Like a couple weeks ago, I got to a stoplight and all the lights were blinking. Right? What happened? Chaos, dog. Like for real. Like everybody's cutting off everybody,
No order.
flicking everybody off. Like no respect, no order. So like law and order is a necessity, dog. But there has to be a balance based off of human morals, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's all we're saying. We're not saying free all the murderers and rapists, dog. No, man. No. But the murderers and rapists that show that they are redeemable, dog, give them a chance, dog. Second chance, dog.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? That's all we're screaming. That's it. And if they mess up, bring them back to prison.
But give them a chance to be able to actually re-enter
And what that
into
chance
society.
look like? That chance look like parole.
Yes.
Right?
Parole, dog. Listen, man, they used to have parole. It didn't work because they didn't perfect the system, but they gave up on the system. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. What you giving up on humans for, dog?
Mm-hmm. I mean, that you can come out with the best head on your shoulder, learn the most that you'd learn in prison. But if you don't have family or a support system, somewhere to live, a way to start your life, you're set up for failure.
What pisses me off, man, and what I'm so passionate about is the memory and the relationships that I still foster of lifers that's in prison.
And
You know
some
what
of
I'm
them
saying?
didn't even commit murders.
And some of
Like-
these lifers have a victimless case, though, or a non-violent case. Like, to me, that doesn't make sense, though. Like, come on, man. But yeah, man. Yeah.
Listen, I met this one dude that had he been down. I think he been down 60 years. I think you remember George, man.
George, at Avon Park, white guy.
60 years, man.
Major, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Man, this man been down 60 years and still fighting for his life, man.
Yeah.
And that man, I think he said he went back to court once.
Yeah.
And got turned down. I don't know the ins and out of his case, but man, 60 years?
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense.
Kill me, bro. Kill me. For real. You're not gonna leave me there for 60 years, bro. I'd rather get captured at war and held in some type of whatever they call them things. For real. And it's sad that it's happening on American soil, fam.
Right.
It's happening here, fam.
Right. The home of the free.
The home of the free. Do you even think freedom exists?
Freedom is a construct of the mind, dog. People out here are enslaved.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Well, listen, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a bit sensitive. I'm a bit sensitive right now because all I could think about is it helped me. It helped me. It did help me. Prison did help me. But like you said, the prison itself didn't help me.
Right.
It's me having that strength and going out there and finding out what I need to do, getting the things I need to get done and applying it and stuff. That's what helped me.
Right.
Staying strong, building a nice network of people around me who gonna show me the way rather than lead me down the road to destruction.
Absolutely.
You know, because I've been on drugs before. I've been in foster homes before. I've been through all the systems from juvenile on up. I followed literally every step that needed to follow. So it was only a prediction that I was gonna end up in prison, fam.
Right.
But for me to leave there and just ignore it as if like, oh, I ain't in there no more. It is no, because I met some of the best people,
Right.
the most artistic people in prison.
It's a market, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, prison is a market that that everybody could profit from. You know what I'm saying? And not just financially, dog. Like, what really matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, the people that's in power right now that's got control over the prison systems, their main concern is financial profit. But there's so much of a bigger picture, dog, if you really think about it, man. Like, the prison industrial complex is a market where everybody could get involved to make the world a better place, dog. You know what I'm saying? And that's where that's like true profit to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
making positive impact in people's lives, though. So that's how I view it, man.
Yeah, man. I'm definitely gonna say this, man. I congratulate you for sticking it out in there after all that time. What you said, 14 years? For sticking it out all that time, bro. And I congratulate you, Nicole, for sticking it out with him. And so when he got out here, he was level-headed.
Yeah.
You know? So that transition into what I want to ask you next. For people who's out now and they kind of still have no hope, what were some things you did when you first got out? What was like the first thing you did to work towards getting to where you are right now? Being involved in the activities you in, the position you in at your company, starting your own business. What were some things you started doing?
First thing was driver's license, yo. That took a month for him to get.
Hey, that's a good reminder, dog. So for everybody that's coming home that's been down a while, dog, don't think that getting your driver's license easy, all right? If you've been, so it's 8 years, or anyways, if your driver's license is expired, that means you've been down a considerable amount of time. And if that's the case, then you got to study the handbook.
Yeah.
Because like back then, so the two things that kind of blew my mind when I first took the test was clearance lamps. When I read this on the test, I'm like, what the hell is a clearance lamp? Or what is a red lamp? You know what I'm saying? So I started, after I failed that first time, I went back and I studied it. I'm like, clearance lamps are headlights. Red lamps are brake lights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, man, what the heck? But yeah, so like when you come home, study the DMV handbook and
Make appointments.
Make appointments, dog. Because if you go there past 6, 7 p.m. a.m. in the morning, you're gonna be waiting all day, and more than likely you're gonna get kicked out of line.
And they'll still turn you back. Yeah.
So get your license.
Get your license. Get employed. Find yourself a woman that's gonna balance you out, because she balances me out. As much as it irritates me sometimes, it's a good thing, you know, because if she wasn't in my life, I'd be going 1,000 miles an hour. I wouldn't be, my mind would not be on God. It would be on getting cake. It would be on like
Catching up.
It would be on catching up. And honestly, like that's one of her and I's point of conflict sometimes. She always wants me to stay in the moment. I tend to get lost in the future. You know what I'm saying? So,
and it takes me, I have to pull myself back and realize where he just came from for 14 years and remind myself that, because I don't understand why he doesn't live in the present. But he's lost 14 years of his life.
That's crazy.
And I mean, I have to remind myself that sometimes.
With that being said, to be honest with you, just to add on to that, when you get out here, familiarize yourself with the world. It is not the same world.
yeah.
You don't have to be as serious and tough and big on the things that you were big on.
Oh, that stuff is
there.
dead. Yeah, that stuff is dead, yo. Like back then, it would be nothing for you to see a car full of dudes or a car full of chicks about the stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is connected with the opposite sex now. Everybody's about their business. Everybody is doing good out here, dog. Like, so don't come out here with the mentality of thinking that you got something to prove like you did when you got back into the prison or when you had before you went to prison.
Absolutely.
Because, man, people are on some grown folk stuff out here now. You know what I'm saying? And it'll be wise if you did the same, dog.
Yes, bro.
Because they got a place for you, dog, if you come back out here with that stuff, dog.
Yeah. You can't come out here on the tough guy, bully. You can't come out here and, matter of fact, I suggest that you step away from the world for at least 30 days, learn the world, learn yourself, see what assets you have gained as far as characteristic traits and personalities and all that. Seeing what good you have gained from prison, keep that, throw away the bad, and then step. Because you already have been trained to step a certain way for years on years on years. And for you to break out of that, that is a process itself.
Straight up.
So become conscious, if that's the word. Please become conscious of self. Please become conscious of this new world. If you have been gone for 7 years or more, this is a whole new world. There's AI out here. They can help you. If a real human being, seriously, I swear, because it helps me now, bro. Listen, this is how I can do half of the things that I do now using AI. It saves me so much time from video editing, even though I still have to edit the videos. It saves me so much time from script writing. It saves me so much time from everything. But listen, you have help out here. There's people that want to help. They just don't know where to find you. So you have to go out there, put that pride aside, go find help. Connect with people who are thinking how you are. Don't go back to your old lifestyle. I'm telling you, because if you do, that's all the devil was waiting for. He was waiting for you to open up yourself so you can be vulnerable. He can't come at you when you protected and when your mind's strong. So he wait until you slip. Oh, that's all he needs. Trust me. Right now, I know where the devil is at. He's by my car. He's hanging out. He waiting on me.
Doing push-ups.
Yeah, doing push-ups. You know my saying. Like, bro, he by my bed right now, waiting on me. So he can try to ride me while I'm sleeping. But he knows I'm... For real, bro. It's real crazy out here, fam. And you gotta be not only physically protected, you also have to be spiritually and mentally connected. Connected. And protected. I said connected. That too. All that stuff, man. Yo, if you come out here playing, I'm telling you, you're gonna get the results of what happened when you play.
And let me butt in something too, man. So one of my main things that I felt was like an instrumental factor in my current success now is discovering my purpose. You know what I'm saying? My purpose and my passion. So, but those two aren't aligned sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like when I got out of prison, in prison, I became a wellness coach. I was facilitating fitness classes, and I was extremely passionate about that. right? So when I came home, I incorporated my business. I had the vision and the pursuits of materializing a successful wellness business, right? And I invested everything I had in it when I got out, right? But you have to be open-minded to what your overall purpose in life is. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to take a step back from what your passion is to follow your purpose. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, only the fortunate ones have a connected a path that's connecting both their passions and their purpose. You know what I'm saying? But either way, dude, like, you have to know what your purpose is, and you have to be passionate about what it is that you do in life, dog. Because, you know, they say that if you do what you love to do in life, you don't have to work another day of your life. Something like that, right? And that just makes the journey that much more pleasing. That much more
Because it's not going to be working.
It's not work no more. You're just living, dog.
You're just living.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what life is, dog. You know what I'm saying?
What would you have to say to somebody if they ask you, how do I find my purpose?
Keep striving, dog. You gotta keep your eyes open. You gotta keep on. Like when I was in my mid-20s, I developed I developed a business plan on my personal on my fitness goals, right? But then eventually, a couple years later, I started doubting it. You know what I'm saying? I felt like that wasn't really what my passion was. Really? You know what I'm saying? So I just kept on studying. I kept on trying different things. And then eventually it led me back to fitness. Feel me? So, but you're never going to discover what your passion and what your purpose is if you just give up, though. You know what I'm saying? You always got to put your left foot in front of your right, and you got to keep on that cycle until that light bulb hits your brain, dog. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to find it.
Take baby steps.
Baby steps if it's necessary.
If you can take big steps, it's within your means to take big steps. Which 9 times out of 10, if you get out of prison, it's not within your means to just be taking no big steps.
Yeah, you want to crawl again.
Take baby steps. Long as you can look back at yesterday and said, I took another step. And then the next day, and then the end of the year, you took 365 steps. That's 365 goals you have knocked off your list. Long as you can do that. You don't want years on years on years to go past and you look back and be like, damn, I've been saying this for 20 years. Listen, man, we love y'all because we been there. Know what you're going through. For the ones that's out right now that got out, whether you recently got out or you been out for a while, but still feel like you just got out. Don't give up. Contact society first. Contact OIC. Contact all these places that can help you. Contact God. Call God. I don't know, bro, but it's help out here. Pray. I'm telling you, he might not talk back to you, but I'm telling you, he know how to set up signs to show you that he is communicating and he is listening. And once you start following him, like for me, for example, fam, nothing started working until I started doing what I was truly called for.
Straight up.
Listen, I wanted to do music so bad. I wanted to write poetry so bad. I mean, I still have that love for it. But I had to put all that aside and said, dang, I see what God is telling. He want me to go out here and share the message.
It's your purpose, though.
Share the message. How do you share the message? I was like, man, podcasting. And I went all in on it.
I see that.
And when I did that, all the doors just start opening. And you can ask anybody who's around me. They will tell you that these doors just start flying open. And every time a door closed, when I was just sick and tired, that door needed to be closed for the new one to open. So I'm telling you, if you feel like the doors are just closing on you, just keep on walking through the doors that open in front of you. Just keep walking in them. You're going to walk through the right door. All the opportunities are going to present itself. It did for all of us. It did for Derrick when he was at court. It did for me with the podcasting. It did for Nicole gave her strength to even keep up with Derrick. All right, man. So listen, it was a pleasure having you on the show. I was real feisty. I was very feisty, bro, because you already know that them topics get real sensitive. You know, especially when you've been in it and you know exactly what's going on. When you get front row seat to what's really going on, it's a whole different story now.
Right.
The care is different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and tell the people, man. Tell everybody how they can find you, how they can keep up with you. And if you want to give them a last word, please share a last word with them. Tell them what you think. Tell them how you feeling. Tell them what you want them to hear.
Okay, the ball's in my court all the way. So society-first.com, that's the nonprofit we serve with. Again, if you're into fitness and you want to follow our wellness platform, it's Ascendo Wellness and Fitness. ASCENDO, Ascendo Wellness and Fitness. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Facebook,
Instagram,
IG,
TikTok.
all that cool stuff. And yeah, man, that's what we be doing, man. We just be living out our best lives, and we recommend and that you give it your best life, though. And
let go and let God.
Let go and let God.
Let go and let God. Nicole, is there anything that you want to leave the people with? We know where to find you now. Is there anything you specifically want to tell the people right now that's listening?
Just don't stop striving for what you want in life. Put faith in God. That's it. God will guide you to where you need to go. No matter how lost you may feel. I've been there, and He's brought me to where I wanted to be. Gotta remind myself that sometimes, but it's true.
Yes. And you heard it from the GOAT's mouth yourself. All right. The greatest of all time, Derrick and Nicole. You are now tuning out of the Lyfe After Podcast. I want to thank all my lifers and lifees. All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. If y'all don't know what a lifer is, don't worry about it. You won now. All right. If you don't know what a lifey is, you won now. We'll explain it later. All right. We got to go. All right. I love y'all. Y'all take care of yourself. And remember, you can live the best life you want to. All you have to do is keep going. You will discover your purpose. You will discover all that. Put God first. I promise you, you're going to find it. You're going to find it. Let's go.